is highly recommended. It's for all of my pushing.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Raiders and the Jags, and it comes your way next.
This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and this is the scene at sold-out Everbank Stadium in downtown Jacksonville. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Las Strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Here's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's another first down. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
Flush to his right.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Rolling to his left. He will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now Lawrence to throw. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on first and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Bigsby will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And he returns this to the 22. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
It's very simple to say. It's a tough spot to go on the road in the playoffs for any quarterback. But when you're a rookie, now you know you've got big-time pressure on you because he's shown that he's beyond his years throughout the season. He's played at a high level, and his team is very confident in him. But to go on the road leading your team in the postseason as a rookie, that's a whole nother level.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Christian Kirk deep to return it. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence forced out to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Steps away to his left. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Again, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for them. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Harris going to get it again on second down. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joshua Hines-Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Trucks over him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go. Here we go.
Lawrence will throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tank Bigsby. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is caught by Tucker. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He'll look to throw.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35.
Where he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big connection on that one. 43 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So we're...
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raiders offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead.
Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
All right, let's go.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right.
Inside the 10.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tank Bigsby saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Raiders. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Hey, Ron!
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand,
Offside.
partner.
Defense.
So, obviously, they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Nick Herbig gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
On the return is Kirk. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Hey, 11. Here we go.
Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Flush to his right.
Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the... Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
It's a throw again is Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Tucker Kraft.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jaguars start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Raiders heading out to take over. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They'll look to throw.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's caught by Tucker.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's go now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Najee Harris.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. Now he's loose again. He may go.
And And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
127 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Another run by Bigsby.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Open man is Tucker.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Back to throw now on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Josh Hines Allen
picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll look to throw here.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Open man is Myers. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 50 yards on the ground. And Mr. Reliable shows those legs again here in the playoffs.
And what do coaches tell us all the time? In the playoffs, the team that runs the football well will win the game and ultimately be a champion. They're trying to prove that fact today.
Setting the tone on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Keon White got in there for the sack.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's worked.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.